Okay, so just did this whatever mansion thing's supposed to be, and we walk out, and Willidus and friends are waiting for us. So the leader of this gang of demons is grotesquely disfigured even by the standards of the Abyss. A disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny disformed body covered in bumps and furrows, like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on end is revealed only upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out from his pale, blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is instead a bony plate formed from yellowing teeth that have grown together. It protrudes out from his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undulating hole in his neck just beneath his chin. More bloody larvae showing up at my palace. I'm getting very tired of these visits. Greybor, what a freak. Even I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up. Who are you? Don't attack. Don't worry, I'll be the last guess you'll have. Who are you? A snort of derision escapes from the creature's throat, and he makes a dismissive gesture with his hands, his dirty nails curling into long, thin spirals. You don't even know who you've decided to challenge. Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I am Willidus, the wizard confidant and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I am also known as the Vivisector. Greybor smirks, not bothering to hide his contempt. So many words. I'll simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding, perhaps, but easier to remember. Why do you turn your house into a trap? I was expecting assassins, and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for each guest. For such guests, I trust that you appreciate my vivarium. When I am finished with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace, and another test for those who follow you. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets, and the more attractive ones I may use you to meet other needs. Monstrosity giggles lecherously, and the sound is shrill and repulsive, like metal against glass. Did you create the monsters I found in the mansion? He cackles with glee and replies scornfully, You call them monsters, silly boy. What can you possibly know about it? Those are masterpieces of vivisection, impossible creations conceived not by nature, but born of my scalpel, needle, and magic. So, who do you think wants you dead? My enemies are many and dangerous, and I could spend an eternity guessing, but there's no need for that. Once I've killed you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions, and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in their wrinkled patterns, and then I'll have a lovely dinner. There's a greedy, predatory gleam in those tiny eyes buried deep within the folds of wrinkled flesh. Why did you put a hit out on Dazaran and give Greybor a faulty magical weapon? The demon hisses in frustration, spittle flying from the hole in his neck. Nonsense. Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one who put a hit out on him? And how dare you pathetic amateurs even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Dazaran, he'd be long gone. But no, I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up to their crimes, and they never go quietly when I slit their throat. What do you think, Greybor? He shrugs and says thoughtfully, Usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. And why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we'll do well to get rid of him. He's just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere? Your words reek of deceit. The demon's cloudy eyes flare with anger, and his smug giggles give away a low, menacing growl. Soon we shall find out what your tiny, ridiculous, worm-eaten brain smells like. Kill him. Dwarf grins ominously as he looks at the demon. There's no mercy in his eyes. I won't lie. I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning, my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams.
It's either us or them.
Cannot save during combat. It would be nice if you could. Okay, so Sela. So we got Incubus, Willidus, Incubus, Incubus. So Willidus it is. Wait a minute, do you have buffs on? Yes, they do. Got rid of some stuff.
Into the fray.
Gout. He missed. Hey, Aru. Get closer. Kill those guys first.
Your peace.
Happy Wednesday, Aru. God. 2 1s and 3 attacks, right? Or is it 4? Doesn't matter. 2 1s. Let's see. Darren. Firestorm? Firestorm never fails to disappoint. No. Never disappoints. Oh look, they're burning now. Okay, Veronica. Badly. Just injured. So, gotta blow up that one.
Strike with all your might.
Happy Wednesday. Hey, zombie, welcome back. Yes, Pathfinder all day today. Hey, Bob. Get him, Bob. Good trip, Bob. Hey, Gimpy. Kill the little ones first. Good dice rolls around. Confusion. This is confusion stuff.
You're in my way.
You run too slow.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
Good dice rolls. Get closer and see. Kill that one.
Will resist.
Blast him with fire. Not horrible. Not great, but not horrible.
We can do it.
Wow, 135. Almost killed him. Oh, he is dead. He's just not dead. Get him, Bob. Good job, Bob. Got the tab back in. It's okay, Ring. It's okay.
No fear.
Good rolls.
Simply business.
Oh, I forgot to mark him.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Bad clicks.
The light. Take you.
Here we go. Projection is all that the projection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. Upon closer examination, you realize that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck and wrist bears the marks of shackles, and her body is covered with flaming seals of Baphomet. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quickly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you've made of Willidus proves you are a true professional. I'm Horzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Greybor on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received for Willidus' murder, and therefore you have the right to collect the bounty. Even though you are not a guild member yourself, I'm sure you also have many questions about what happened. I doubt our guild is hard to find. There's a notice board at its entrance where the assassination contracts are posted. Oh, Sundays. I'm Horzala, Baphomet's daughter. Objection looks you in the eye and adds in an aggrieved whisper. Horzala, not Hepsamira. She is my elder sister, but I doubt you're able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. I'm also known in Illusionera as the assistant and right hand of Yaz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. Do you know what happened here? I may know a thing or two, but we should discuss these matters inside the guild, not in public. Who's going to overhear us? The corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Or are you afraid we won't like your answers? And will you make your and will make you join Willidus? The sight of the demon's sour expression, Greyward gives an aggressive snort. Get out of here, you horned abomination. We'll pay a visit to the Assassin's Guild soon. Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I'm not sure what reward awaits us, but I truly hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meager payment served up at the end of a blade. What's going on? What was Espresso doing there? Why was Espresso getting hurt? Odd. Stuff flickers rhythmically like a heartbeat. Looks like it's long enough. Whatever. Was he confused? He might have been. Gimpy attacks Espresso with Fatal Beacon, misses. Receives dim. This is odd. Usually was supposed to be taken. I don't know what that's from. Espresso takes damage. Gimpy hits Espresso with the sword. So Gimpy actually swung at him. That is bizarre. I don't think I've had that happen before. Anyway, stuff. Look, resistance 4. What's that? Looks like Scout's getting an upgrade. Windfall. +1 luck bonus on attack rolls on all saving throws. The belt, though, right? Protection 4. We have spells that are basically doing the same thing there. Wind Breath. This amulet grants +4 morale bonus to the wearer's initiative checks. Glass for shooting up swarms. Collar. Oh, +4 natural armor. Bonus to armor class in addition. Grants +4 morale bonus on reflex and fortitude saving throws. It also applies -4 penalty on will saving throws. No, that would be bad. I'll take this instead. Yeah, it is a belt. All the other belts are more useful. The +1, that's not enough. Honestly, it's not enough. And not at this point in the game. Okay, so we need to head to the Assassin's Guild. Cannot rest here. What loot? That loot. Dinosaur bones? What are you guys doing back here? People say that Monago has a bone to pick with the stranger. They clashed, and where there's Monago's now, she shouldn't have made a move against someone stronger. I agree. Oh, that's right. Puzzle stuff. There's no way I got that in 2 clicks. Because we didn't. Oh, is this one of those ones you have to put people on them to stop it from spinning?
Together we stand.
No? Say you can block the piece by walking the character on it after you fixed it in place. Right, but it doesn't actually... You can't walk on it, though. Sela's not walking onto it, at least.
This is my path.
Nobody's walking onto it, so I don't know what the deal is there. Flipping it the other way? Looks like it's the same on... Oh, okay, I see. Is there a third button? Because it doesn't seem to be doing a lot. There we go.
I will help where I can.
1. Nope, stay there.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
I tire of waiting.
I know mystic theology, arcane bombomancy, eldritch sciomancy, and many other clever words.
Yep, short legs.
Stop learning.
Miss me already?
First, now the question is, where is it going to go? So it looks like there's supposed to be an island over there.
Does anyone require my counsel?
Wrong side. Thing floats up when you complete the puzzle. Does it? Okay. I know I've done this before, I just don't remember it. Ah, shit. There we go. Okay, so, Gimpy, you take, Rock a spot.
I'll make my own.
I'm sorry, Rock. Stop.
Knowledge is the key
Go
to
there.
victory.
There we go.
We should move.
Veronica has to go just in case it's locked. And perception check failed. So DC 40 on the perception. So this is going to go well.
I stand ready.
So now we can't open it?
Let us be on.
Oh, that's BS. That's so friggin' stupid. I hate when they do that. And you know what's even worse is there's crap in there. That's the worst part. Is something we're not going to use because it's crappy.
Keep your wits about you.
Yes, I failed to see that there's a chest there. Well, that was because I think somebody moved out of range for the cast.
What's that?
Here's the trap.
It is done.
So, scimitar unidentified. Let's see what this is. The Faith Bearer. So, the Faith Bearer. A scimitar, again, a weapon we won't be using. It's a holy scimitar, though. The wielder of this +4 holy scimitar confirms a critical hit. They make a lore religion check. On a success, all allies in a 15-foot radius are healed for the amount of hit points equal to the number of ranks the wielder has in lore religion. Oof. Provided you're using scimitars, which we are not. Yes, if I was using scimitars, it would be a nice weapon, but we're not. Sela has radiance, so... Is radiance better? I think so. +4, good align. Well, it's a holy avenger. She gets spell resistance equal to 5 plus her class level, so that's 20. And it also granted dispel magic area effect. That's very useful. And holy power, blah. Makes the weapon good aligned, thus bypasses corresponding damage reduction, deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against all evil. Stuff. It's better. Now, Radiance is better than that. In Sela's hands, it's better. And as Zombie is saying, Faithbearer is a good sword if you're working towards scimitars, or if that's what scimitars are your thing. Which I like scimitars in general in this game, because there's a number of decent ones. So, you know, it's good. The rest are on par, and well, Radiance has an extra +1. Yeah, see. Well, it's got the holy stuff. The dispel is useful. Believe me, it's a good opener. Both are holy? Whatever. Holy Avenger, healing scimitar. I'll take the Avenger. Okay, so we have to go to the... Where are we going? Downstairs. Where are we? I'm all messed up. Where are we? Go back this way, I think.
Concentrate.
I don't think we're making it out of here for some reason. Why? We only sent one person off? Damn it. Distracted me.
Keep your calm.
We are calm. A portal up. Wednesdays. They're the best. Wednesdays are the best because they're every day of the week, technically.
There are many roads to success.
Get going to the Assassin's Guild, which is... Right. Oh look, all our friends. Not really. Yas. Where's our money? The demon standing before you clearly has a penchant for jewelry. His fingers are covered in rings, 3 gold chains encircle his neck, and 4 bejeweled earrings sparkle in each of his ears. However, such exquisite adornments are not enough to hide the fact that he is a hardened warrior and a ruthless killer. His face and hands are covered in long, badly healed scars, and he moves as gracefully as the most skilled swordsman. Demon's lips curl in satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here. It's the arrogant Galarian who disposed our poor Willidist. He catches your eye and frowns slightly, giving a pointed glance toward his bodyguards. You aren't about to do something really stupid and start a massacre here, right? Can we just talk? Who are you, the leader of this gang of assassins? This horn thing is one of yours, isn't it? Orzala? Yes, this little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. Yaz glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension and possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Perception check. Succeeded. Yes, master, I am your servant. For a fleeting moment, you notice a shadow of angry displeasure across her face. A spark of fear flashes in Yaz's ears, like a boy who realizes he's gone too far when testing the patience of his parents. Who are you, the leader of this gang of assassins? Demon gives you a dignified look. Yes, I am proud, and I'm proud of it. The abyss is full of butchers and monsters, so anyone who chooses to be an assassin among monsters and butchers commands a high level of respect, if they live long enough to make a name for themselves, of course. My guild attracts assassins from many places. Oh, many planes, sorry. No one hires us for simple things like murdering noisy neighbors or cutting the throat of a cheating merchant. As I'm sure you know, it's easier and cheaper to do that yourself, and there's no need to get assassins involved. No, if someone turns to an assassin, it means that the victim is a dangerous, cunning, and well-protected target. I've heard a lot about you, Yaz. You're the head of the highly reputable guild that operates on many planes besides the Abyss. Many of my colleagues would consider it an honor to work alongside you, unlike myself. Tell me the truth right now. Yaz raises his hands apologetically. Silver rings glitter on his fingers. Fine, fine. I was the one who actually gave Greybor the assignments. I needed to light a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords have been... So many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabras, and I put a hit out on Dazarand, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one to boot. That's why I gave Greybor a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Baylor, and that is why Willidus' name was important. It was the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after suffering a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal's hand, no offense of course. The Baylor couldn't simply let that go, and so he started a vendetta against Willidus, dragging other Descarites into it. And that was my goal all along, because Willidus was my real target, a target that was very difficult to reach. Yaz seems to revel in his own cleverness. He smirks and smiles with smug satisfaction. The dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard. People like you are why us assassins have such a lousy reputation, no respect for agreements. You used me to commit a contract killing. It's disgusting. You acted dishonorably. Do you expect an assassin to be honorable? What touching naivete. The demon sneers derisively and toys with a giant diamond ring. Catching Greybor's disapproving stare, he gives a dazzling smile, seemingly pleased to have provoked a reaction. What concerns me is not the contract killing itself, but the fact that I haven't yet been paid a single coin. You were the head of the Assassin's Guild. Why didn't you send your underlings after Willidus? Yaz grimaces slightly and replies with visible displeasure. Who says I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly, and the arrogant smile returns to his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical way to execute this plan. I won't lie to you, this kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. My assistants made sure that every larva in the city knew about the bounty on Willidus' head. I knew that Greybor returned to Illusionaria and decided to use him once more. Just like poor Darazand, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, you didn't linger and paid Willidus a visit. I had no doubt that that paranoiac would try to kill everyone who crossed his doorstep, but I expected you to overcome him. And I was right. Greybor snorts derisively. I thought your guild had the best contractors. After hearing your story, they sound like amateurs to me. Why did you do all this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old woodlouse dead, and clever Yaz has fulfilled their wish, with the expectation of being showered in privileges and treasures. You're getting a share of those privileges and treasures, by the way. I trust you're not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yaz turns his attention to Greybor and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to your truly astonishing lethality. Oh, I'll take the gold, don't you worry. 100,000 gold. Demon flashes his perfect sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly a thick purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt we'd come to an understanding. After all, we share a common language, the language of gold. Since it was my reputation that was damaged as a result of this plot, I consider it fair to lay claim to 20% of the total fee. It was damaged as a result of this plot. That is only fair. Greybor nods and gives a grunt of satisfaction. I appreciate your integrity when it comes to business, Gimpy. As for you, Greybor, you've proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership in my Assassin's Guild. Consider it recognition for your talents that you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly staggering fees. Of course, I won't demand that you sever your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in our guild when it expires. So then, what do you say? Will I be welcoming you to the big league? Greybor turns to you with that very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal. Gimpy, we are bound by an active agreement, and therefore I must consult your opinion on this invitation. Are you truly prepared to throw your lot in with demons? Have you thought about quitting the business? I advise you to accept the offer. It's your decision to make. He studies you for a moment, then nods respectfully. Such words make him respect you even more. Believe me, I appreciate your willingness to let this decision be entirely my own. Dwarf does not waste words as he looks at Yaz. Where do I sign? What are you talking about? We're not devils after all. Yaz laughs and claps his hand loudly. Splendid. You've got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. Yaz gives a bored yawn, and there's a note of finality to his tone. Well, this was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why you should continue. Why we should continue. You received your answers and should probably be on your way. Meanwhile, I should get back to plotting another bloody and violent murder. Have a good day. After a suspicious glance in Yaz's direction, Greyboard turns to you. Indeed, this was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I'm at your service, Commander. Ta-da. So, you could try to kill everybody in here, but that would probably not be a good idea. There's you sullenly, but his lips remain sealed. Oh, she's still standing there. I don't think we have much to discuss. You have fulfilled your task and thus are no longer of interest to me. You suck. Stares at you silently, but his lips remain sealed. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, can we swap people out here? Can't swap people out here, can we? Portal, where are you? That's the nearest portals over there. Yo gang, welcome to the stream. Are devils and demons different races? Most definitely. In Dungeons & Dragons, devils and demons are very different. If you're familiar with the alignment thing, devils are lawful evil, and demons are chaotic evil. They are very much opposed to each other. Despite both being evil, they do not like each other at all. You taking off? I gotta talk to Mrs. Gimpy real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and you're welcome, Eagle. Okay, so perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of Yaz's schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that. Can you explain to me what kind of mess we've involved ourselves in and involved ourselves in? April pauses for a moment, then slowly begins to explain. An anonymous client ordered Yaz, the head of the Assassin's Guild of Lucianera, to kill Willidus. He tried to take the target down several times, but Willidus turned out to be quite a tough nut to crack. Then Yaz gave me a new anonymous assignment. Killed Darazan and tell him that Willidus sent his best regards. However, Yaz gave me a weapon that could only wound Darazan, not kill him. He hoped it would provoke Darazan and make him angry enough to go kill Willidus himself. Of course, you killed Darazan before you even had a chance to do anything else. When Yaz found out that we were both in the Abyss and that I'd be eager to talk to Willidus, he started to give me hints as to where to find this fellow. We lived up to his expectations. Willidus died, and I'm sure you remember what happened next, as well as I do. So we killed Willidus for no reason. He smirks cynically. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death, and neither should we. Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. I feel at peace. Now people will think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. I'm grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they've had every right to do so. So while I am used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back. I don't think your reputation was worth causing all these deaths. Protecting one's honor is important. He nods in agreement. Who would we be without our reputation? A bunch of opportunistic scoundrels who'd be driven away from every door. A dishonorable life isn't worth a copper. Are you really willing to work with demons and follow their orders? With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye. Is there really much of a difference between me and them? They are the product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I'll be able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I will never become a respectable member of society, a friend, or a father. But I'm tired of asking forgiveness for what I am. Here, I will not be judged for my profession. He clenches his fist and mutters through gritted teeth. I am not the freak or monster they think me back on Galarian. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies and that despise me for my profession? They'll treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They will treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say this, but I don't feel out of place here. Have you thought about quitting the business? And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tell tall tales about their adventurous youth to drunk patrons? My soul is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job. Nothing came from it. I will quit my profession only when I am judged by Pharasma herself. What do you think of your membership of the Assassin's Guild Evolutionera? He hides a smug smile beneath his beard. I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who perceive their victims as offerings to their god, whatever, or the silent monks of Anaphexia who guard in some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares to touch it. But its name still means something to the discerning client. Evolutionera is a crossroads between several different planes, and Yaz's assassins work not only in the Abyss and on Galarian, but also in many other interesting places. The fact that I was accepted into the society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but allowed me to reap the benefits of my hard work. I think everything is clear now. Tell me about your craft. What do you think about your new powers? Do you like working for me? You managed to restore your reputation and join the guild. What about our contract? Do you want to terminate it? He begins to count off his fingers one at a time. First, it would have been highly unprofessional to abandon you and after you helped me. Second, the war is still in full swing. My departure would have been a source of gossip, which in turn would have damaged my reputation beyond repair. I don't want people to perceive me as a coward who fled from a good fight. Third, I have long since discovered that working for you is profitable in more ways than one. You are always trying to take down the most dangerous targets, and they make great additions to my trophy list. Do you like working for me? After some thought, the dwarf offers you a slight smile. Yes, I like you, Commander. You don't keep me from doing what I do. You don't try to preach at me, and you act with precision and competence. I respect that. Yeah, we can stop here. He nods silently and focuses on lighting up a fresh packed pipe. Well, Jeff. Show me what you have. So, bulk selling. Paper. Get rid of the junky stuff. And kukri, daggers. Oh, that reminds me, we gotta keep some daggers and stuff for Oljif. Is that a mithril speed scimitar? A mithril speed scimitar +2. Enough. Worth a little bit of money. Welcome respite heavy armor. Also, if anyone is attacked in melee while being prone, stunned, or staggered, the attacker must pass a reflex saving throw or suffer the same condition for 2 rounds. Armor grants weather immunity to fire and acid. Actually, nice armor. Yeah, it's good now, actually. Yeah, good enough for now. I don't think he has anything worth buying. Here's a banner. I don't even understand the purpose of this thing. You mean Reaper? I think Gimpy the Orc used this one. Unceasing slaughter, so +4 bonus to dexterity and constitution whenever the wearer of the spell lands a killing blow. They gain a +2 bonus to dexterity and constitution scores for 3 rounds. Rocket's sleeping behind me. I don't think you can hear him, but he's sleeping and he's barking in his sleep. He sounds like a squeaky toy. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm just going to stop here for a few minutes because Veronica's running a little late today because I forgot to start her up on time. But what does that mean? I'm going to take a break for a few minutes, and she'll probably be telling me to take a break any second anyway. So I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing, and we'll get back. We'll continue on for another hour or so, and we'll switch over to the Treasure of the Midnight Isles DLC with Fury Group 9. So anyway, I'll be back shortly. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.